All right, so we here looking at this beam. Um, Basically, it's saying that this whole thing shifted a little bit, and I'm gonna go over and I'll show y'all exactly what's going on here. And okay, so first off, let's take a look at this right here. You see these? This is pushed out now. This beam is basically just being held on with this bracket, with this one bolt, which is the bottom one. This other bolt right here, you can see. Look at this. I mean, that's completely turning. That's loose. We can probably try to tighten that, but we probably end up replacing those bolts. This shouldn't have been done like this. This is not the way to affix a structure like this. This should have been the same size beam as these posts. And if you couldn't get the same size beam, this actually is the same size beam, but what they did, they turned them around this way instead of using them, this way. And that would have made it the same size where it would have been flushed and would have had no issues with it being like that. But they put this in, these brackets in here like this, and now they just all turned the wrong way instead of being turned the right way. So that's something that we're not going to fix, because I'm not going to redo these fasteners down here. But this one right here, as you can see, it started bending. That bend right here on this side, I'm not talking about this one, no, I'm not talking about this one over here, okay? But it started flexing back out this way, and you can see how it's leaning, and you see the pressure it's putting on this wood right here. That's on the verge of collapsing. This is structurally unstable. Look how these bolts shifted. You can see how these bolts shifted. They're going down. They're going down right here now. So it's higher over here and low over here. That's showing that it did a whole complete shift. I'm sure I can't turn these because there's a lot of pressure built up on those. At this point, it's not safe for this corner to be up here like this. But we can get it fixed, but we're going to lift this whole bracket up. We got to replace this beam, and it need to be done right. But we'll see what we. All right, so let's take a look at this beam. So the beam we have here, this is a 12-inch by 6-inch, and then the length of this beam is. Let's go through and see if we can get a precise measurement on this. With me using my hand solo. Alright. And the length of this beam is 19 feet and a half inch. So we're gonna need a 20-foot beam. So we're looking at a 12 by 6 by 20. Okay, we got to get lifts for this and get this up off of here. How those are bolted down, I'm not sure, but it could be from the rooftop. And if they do have big long lags in there, then we're going to tear up the roof and replace that too. So I need to take a look at that and see if I can figure out how these are lagged up in there. They may be just nailed in, but these may be nailed in or they could be lagged in. I'm not really sure, but honestly, the way one of these is shifting over here, this one right here, I would make the assumption that they're nailed in. I can't really see from here. There's a few of them that have like twists, whatever, over time. These are cedar planks, rough cuts. So what I'm gonna do is I need to get the ladder and take a closer look at the top. So let's get started on that. All right, so we got the ladder out. Let's take a look at how these is fastened in. And yes, they are fastened in with nails. So got to get up in there and pry all these nails off at every last one of these beams to get this beam out. This whole system has to be supported into the meantime until we can get this complete beam out. What happened is that it twisted so much that it's starting to shift. So, I mean, overall it is quite sturdy. I don't know why they don't have supports down there on the very end, but if you look down here, there's supports on every last one of these except for this last ones over here. Supports need to be put up in those too. It's just not stable without it. They didn't do this right. And so my job isn't to come in here and fix the whole thing. My job is to come in here and fix the part that's back there. So I'm gonna take a picture of this part. Okay. And get these put up in here and get this beam taken out and replaced. And with that, those bad T-straps, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. I just really can't, I can't believe they did this. These should have been turned to the side on the 6-inch side and lined up evenly with these T-straps. So because they didn't do that, this is what you're starting to get, is this beam is starting to twist and turn the way it is. The proper fix for it would be going through and installing the proper beams for this and the proper T-straps all the way through. But that's a lot of work for a structure that's already built. So I'm gonna give 2 quotes on this job, and we'll see if we can get this done properly instead of half step the way they did it. And unfortunately, that's just what we want to end up doing. They probably just going to end up just wanting to get this beam fixed. But honestly, my decision would be to completely tear this down and redo it, because it's not done right. It wasn't built right, and it's a danger and a hazard for the vehicles and cars in here. But that'd be a decision left up to management at this point, because none of these T-straps should be pushed in the way they are. That's not even like, I don't even know how they got past that point to even get there. But I mean, literally take a look at this. Have anybody ever seen anything like this? This got to be one of those Forget It Friday videos. I mean, this is freaking hilarious. I mean, and look at this. I mean, you can see in here where this is at. These bolts are going through here, but look at that gap in there. I mean, you can almost look through the other side of that. You probably can't really see it from the video, but you can look through almost the other side of that. That's not stable. That's going to loosen over time. And that's exactly what happened with this section back over here. So, I can put the same size beam in there. It's going to cost a few thousand. I can replace all the beams. It's going to probably cost about 10 to 15,000. Or honestly, I can just tear the whole thing down and rebuild it for the same price. I mean, and do it right. This is ridiculous. But this is where we at. I mean, look at this one. Look, you can see how this screw, it's already maxed out. It don't even have no more thread on there to even thread in no more. But look how it's shifted. I mean, that's up higher over there and lower over here. Just look how that's shifted. Look at the gap that's in between there now, and how this has been, you know, twisted right there. Look at these bolts. Look at this. You can literally look straight through that bracket right there. That's not how they're supposed to be fitting on here. So there we go there. If this can be fixed, I don't know structurally, but we'll take a look at it and see what we can do. It's ridiculous. All right, let's just take a look at this other one too over here. They got two structures over here, and let's see. Okay, so you see how this one is done? This one was done right. It was completely done right. That's how it's supposed to have been done. This one is going to be solid. They're not gonna have the issues that that other one over there has. So that's how it should have been done. Okay, if you look at these T-straps, they're not bulging, they're not sticking out, you know. So I mean, it's done all the way across the proper way. And it's not abnormal to get a little offset on this wood like this, where you have a small offset like this, but these need to be flush in order for these to be bracketed in right. And if you can tell, like, even though that's a little gap in there, this was fastened in tight. You can even see where it was pulled in on the metal a little bit. It was fastened in tight. This is sturdy right here. You're not getting no flexing it like that through these, you know. And that's how these straps should have been put on here. I mean, obviously this one could have been screwed over some, you know, to line up a little bit better, but I mean, overall that's a whole lot better than how this one is set up over here. This one just completely done wrong, and this is a disaster waiting to happen. And if you take a look over here, let's take a look and see how these are. I mean, look at this. So I can't touch this. Look at the holes they had in there at first trying to get through. And I'm pretty sure they probably got these bolts coming at an angle. They did some weirdness with this. But look at this. Can you believe this? Look at that. That's how it should be fitting like this. I don't know what in the world this is. It's not right. That's what it is. It's just not right. So at the end of the day, if I touch it, I gotta redo this. I gotta redo it. I can't leave it like this. So maybe I will. I don't know. Right now I'm so undecided on this. I'm so worried that it's so done wrong that even if I fix this portion down here in the back, that even if I fix that portion down here in the back right here, that this thing still has a tendency of collapsing eventually. It's waiting for the next earthquake, wet storm, whatever, but it's not right. It got to be taken care of properly. All right, peace out.